Hello, one and all, and welcome
to
Jordan and Jules and Just Reddit. My name is Jules. That's Jordan. I'm Jordan. That's Jules. This is Just Reddit. We are here to bring to you music for your eyes and soul for your ears. We have a couple of Reddit stories that we are here to read today. But first, before we jump into any stories, let's introduce ourselves and get a little bit comfortable with the audience. Jules, please introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Juliana Ferreira. I am 21 years old. I'm a waitress and a aspiring actress, kind of. And I also want to be a fitness influencer, as disgusting as that sounds.
I'm Jordan.
This is Jordan.
Otherwise known as Spyro347 on YouTube with my hit Minecraft series, Tales of Taverns, that has hundreds of millions of views. I am currently working on a bachelor's in film and video production, and I hope to be a cameraman for my local sports team, wherever it may be. So, we are now going to go ahead and jump into this. We will flip a coin for who goes first.
And we will be deciding in these stories if they are the assholes. And obviously, with our expertise, if we decide you're an asshole...
Jules is the biggest asshole I know. So, this is going to be really easy to be able to figure out. Do we have a coin?
We don't have a coin.
All right.
Back to the Google
coin. This is our third part,
generator,
or fourth partner,
generator.
Dr. Google. Okay. Call it.
Heads. Superior. I feel like it's always heads.
All right, you're
Is
first.
It fucking heads?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, this is a juicy one. Am I the asshole for telling my extended family how many men, roughly in parentheses, my sister has slept with after she outed our youngest brother as a virgin?
Damn.
Before we start, what is your
thoughts
prediction,
on it?
Your prediction. Asshole, everybody sucks, or not the asshole?
The family's the asshole, or they're the asshole?
They're the asshole. You're always talking about OP.
Okay. Read it to me more. It was so wild. Read it to me one more time.
Am I the asshole for telling my extended family how many men, roughly, my sister has slept with after she outed our youngest brother as a virgin?
Okay, depends on how close OP is with the brother. Because if they're not close, that's just kind of a dick move. But if they're like, then I don't think they're the asshole.
Okay.
So we just need some context.
We had a family dinner this evening. My family has 4 kids in total. Me, my eldest sister, 29 female, youngest sister, 24 female, and youngest brother, 22 male. Extended family attended our family dinner, so all of our significant others, our cousins, aunts, and uncles, etc. During the dinner, my eldest sister and youngest brother got into a mild disagreement. My sister seemed, in parentheses, at least to me, to be coming across as very aggressive out of frustration and losing said argument. The two of them were just too absorbed in their argument to realize the rest of us were getting a bit fed up. Eventually, my sister got really fed up and said, "Shut up, I'm not going to argue with a 22-year-old virgin." My brother hadn't done any personal attacks up until that point. It was completely unprovoked. I think it might have been the alcohol, as my sister is a mean drunk. Anyway, I immediately told my sister to grow up and that she was making an embarrassment of herself. She replied by saying, "Everyone knows he's a virgin," and she didn't say anything wrong. This annoyed me, as my bro definitely has confidence issues and doesn't need to be made fun of like this. So I responded by saying how she slept with well over 100 men while she was in college, and that since everyone in the family knows, it's not a big deal, right? Turns out her husband didn't know this amazingly, and I genuinely assumed he must have known. He left the party angrily and saying that my sister misled him about her past. Family is blaming me for their marital problems. I refuse to accept that I did anything wrong. My sister bullied my brother in front of everyone. All I did was give her a taste of her own medicine.
Fuck. I think they're all the asshole.
What a dinner. You said what?
I think they're all the asshole. Originally, the brother and stepsister or regular sister.
Regular. They're all full.
All three of them are
all
siblings.
full.
Okay, so the first sister and the brother that were arguing are assholes for arguing during a family event. That's one thing you want to try to avoid during every family event. Arguing. And then the third sibling, the original poster, OP, is an asshole for just escalating it to that level. Like, getting baited into joining the argument. God damn.
Like, I understand. I think who the least asshole in this situation is the 22-year-old male brother. Yeah. Because yes. From what OP said, he didn't, like, make any personal attacks. Mm-hmm. And she just unprovokedly said, I'm not going to listen to a virgin. That's basically, like name calling. Like, yes. You didn't have to go there. You could just say, I'm not listening to, like, my younger brother. I'm not listening to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think that definitely he's the least amount of asshole.
I think, I'm going to guess, OP and the sister are they get 3 out of 5 assholes. Okay. And the brother gets 0 out of 5, or 1 out of 5 assholes just for arguing during the holidays.
I agree. Now, do you want the deliberation among the Redditors?
The what?
Did I use that right? Deliberation? Or what's the word I'm looking for? The consensus. Yeah. The consensus.
Oh, yeah. Read like 4 of them.
Oh, no. It gives you. Like, it labels it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Everybody sucks. Everybody sucks.
God. All right. Okay, we'll move on
Your turn.
To the next one. Am I the asshole for telling my dad's wife that both my parents are toxic and I don't need her to act so outraged about me not getting to know her? My parents are 2 of the most toxic people ever, and the relationship was a hellish experience for me growing up. I'm 22 male, their only kid that we know of. My dad could have had more. I know my parents cheated on each other. Honestly, I know more about my parents' sex lives, their romantic relationships, and each other than any kid would want to know. They were loud during fights and didn't hold back even when I was home. For years, we lived in a tiny 1-bed apartment and the walls were thin. There was nothing to keep me from the info. When I was 15 when my parents decided to divorce for real. They did get back together twice during and after the divorce, but they were done after that, and I was so relieved. It had not been fun living with the 2 of them for the most part. I had spent time with friends once I hit my teens, and I had a lot of sleepovers to try and stay away from their issues. The stuff my parents said or did when I was near them were things like screaming at each other, calling each other names, all but having sex in the living room of our apartment, talking about throwing their affairs in each other's faces, and giving away some very private details of their sex life, like stuff each liked having done. Sometimes I was in the same room as them, and they'd be so into each other or against each other that they didn't care. My dad met his wife when I was 17. I technically jumped between both parents after the final breakup, but unofficially I was living at a friend's house and spent most of my time and most of my nights there. There were times parents insisted I stayed with them for something. My dad bringing his wife home to meet me before they were married was one of them. She was very excited to meet me and tried to bond with me from the jump. I didn't put the effort in, and I left for my friend's house as soon as I could. I didn't go to their wedding. A year later, I didn't send a gift or anything or really give a valid reason I wasn't going. By the time he was getting married, I was fully moved out from both parents and very low contact with them. My dad tried to make us a family and reached out a lot and wanted to spend more time with them. Every other text was him calling my mom a disgusting whore or other things because him reaching out wasn't him suddenly growing up and doing better. I didn't go home for Christmas or summers since I started college, and being away from the toxic people of my childhood was far healthier. My dad's wife didn't like it though. She reached out to me a few times for a while, but then around October she turned 50, and I was invited to celebrate her birthday, but I didn't show. I did RSVP, no. She got pissed about it and sent me a bunch of texts and DMs about how rude it is that I'm not even trying to get to know her, and we're a family and we should be glad my dad got away from my mom and we could be a healthy family. She told me she did nothing wrong to deserve me not giving a chance, and that I owe my dad way more than that for putting up with my mom. She blamed the issues of the past on my mom and said dad was in a bad spot. I sent her screenshots of texts dad had sent insulting my mom, and I told her that my childhood was from both of them. Both are equally toxic. Neither deserve anything from me, and that I don't need to act all offended about me not getting to know her when we are no more family than my parents and I really were. I suggested she accept the reality and stop expecting some great effort from me. She replied back that I wasn't being fair and should have been more opening to becoming a family with her. She completely ignored the stuff about my dad. Am I the asshole?
I'm going to say no. Listen, at first I was like, it has nothing to do with the stepmom, and I felt I felt bad for her, but at the same time, OP doesn't owe her anything.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't know this woman, and if you want to blame someone, you got to blame the shit father. Yeah. Like, it's not his fault that he was trying to run away from a toxic household. Like, that's years of, like, trauma, it sounds like. Like, that sounds so unhealthy to be in that environment. So, of course, he would run at the chance he got.
Yep.
And then this woman that comes along, and just because he's involved with his father doesn't mean that it has anything to do with OP. And the more that she kind of, like, pushed into it, like, then you start to become the asshole. Because, like, if he doesn't want a relationship with you, he doesn't have to have a relationship with you. Like,
I would give OP a 0 out of 5 butthole score. I would give the stepmom a 2 out of 5 butthole. Because it was a little rude, consistently persisting.
Very true.
But, like, she was just trying to, help herself, basically, which is fine. Everybody wants to help themselves. And then I give the parents a 5 out of 5 butthole just because they sound absolutely
horrible.
Yes.
Horrible parents.
And I don't have that little special thing to give me the community census. So
what's the top comment?
Top comment. Not the asshole at all. You've set boundaries to protect your own peace, and her ignoring your reality doesn't make you responsible for her feelings. Family isn't owed, it's earned. And your dad's toxic behavior isn't something you should have to overlook just because he remarried. Stay firm. This emoji and then a sparkling emoji.
Let's go. Damn.
I know.
Well, wish him the best.
You're up.
Should I go a little bit more serious?
You do what you want.
Okay.
I made sure I chose nice, lengthy paragraphs so people can listen to me stutter and say and
No,
a
me.
whole bunch.
Me. Okay. This one, I was like, my jaw was on the floor because, like, how the frick can you be this? Well, I don't know. It was just a really disgusting comment. This was posted 5 years ago.
Oh my god.
Am I the asshole if I stop paying my daughter's tuition over a disgusting comment she made towards my new girlfriend? What do you think the comment is? Just give me something. I also have another special thingy, so.
So what the daughter made to dad's new girlfriend?
Girlfriend.
Probably something along the lines of, like, you're not my mother, you'll never replace her, or something like that. Depending on what the relationship with the mom was.
Okay.
But we're about to find out.
My 56 male wife died at the young age of 51 from a car accident. I was in deep mourning for about a year after her death. I met my new girlfriend, C, 43 female, around January. C was the one who made me laugh for the first time after my wife died. She's smart as hell, 3 Ivy League degrees, okay, has a dark sense of humor that I love, a terrific cook, and an overall amazing woman who I can imagine spending the rest of my life with. She is also on the heavier side, a fact that becomes relevant later. I have 2 children, E, 25 male, and A, 19 female. They were well aware that I had gotten a new girlfriend before I introduced them to C this summer. She got along immediately with E, but A was very standoffish. After the initial meeting, I asked A if there was something wrong, but she denied it. C made a few more attempts to get to know A, but they were all rudely rejected. E and A both come home for Thanksgiving dinner. I asked A to please be polite during the meal since she's always rude in her interactions with C, even though C has been nothing but gracious in return. The dinner was going as well as it could have for the first 10 minutes, although I noticed A glaring at C the entire time. When C went to grab her third helping of mashed potatoes, A said, Don't you think you've eaten enough, you fat pig?
Damn! Jesus Christ!
The brother like...
Yeah, like mouth agape. All right, please keep going.
C started immediately sobbing and ran off into the bedroom. I felt my face turn red and told A to get out. About a half hour later, about a half hour after A left, I texted her stating that I would no longer pay her tuition unless, number one, she apologized to C, and number two, C accepts her apology. A must have assumed that I was bluffing because she instead doubled down on her behavior during Thanksgiving dinner. I then logged into her university's tuition payment website, canceled next semester's tuition, and sent A screenshots. She called me crying and begged me to reconsider, but I told her my mind was made up.
Damn. The daughter's the asshole in this one.
For sure.
Oh my god.
Like, that's violent.
Like, I understand, like, if it was, like, your best friend or something. But, like, your dad's girlfriend, like, out of pocket. Like, I didn't even hear anything that would, like...
She didn't do anything.
Yeah.
She literally just wanted to get mashed potatoes. Can you imagine getting mashed potatoes and someone calls you a fat pig?
And, like, it wasn't even, like, a really insulting comment, but it was just, like, the nature of it. Like, that was just rough.
In the middle of Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, my God. Okay, Dad is... As a student myself, I would kind of be devastated if my thing would... I would say 1 out of 5 buttholes. Maybe a little bit of a different punishment than the full tuition. Like, maybe, like... I don't know. Just something different than tuition, because knowledge is very important to myself. The daughter, 4 out of 5. That was
4
rough.
4 out of 5?
Yeah.
Not a 5 out of 5?
Well, 4 out of 5 just because of the comment. If it was a worse comment, I would have did 5 out of 5.
Fair enough.
And then the girlfriend, 0 out of 5. She was just a victim.
She was collateral damage in all of this.
Literally a collateral damage. All right. I guess this is the 4th and final story. So
real quick, do you want the consensus?
Oh, yeah, please, consensus.
Everybody sucks. Which is surprising. Like, what? Well, I guess because, like, the dad is cutting off her tuition. I think it's a little extreme.
Yeah.
I mean, just for, like, the comment, like, don't get me wrong, the daughter is completely a piece of shit. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah. But that's fucking with someone's livelihood, kind of.
Yeah. Like I said, I would be devastated if my parents just pulled the plug.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Turn. Am I the asshole for refusing to go to my sister's wedding because of her rules? I, 26 female, have been having a hard time deciding if I'm overreacting about this, so I wanted some outside perspective. I'm autistic and sometimes don't always catch when people are being sarcastic or saying things that mean something other than how they sound. So my sister, 30 female, is getting married in 2 months. She's very excited, and honestly, I'm excited for her too, until recently. I've been with my girlfriend, Layla, 33 female, for almost 2 years now. She's amazing. She's a contractor's attorney, super smart, and really kind. She's also butch and very masculine presenting. She's 3rd generation Iranian American. Music or something?
No, my alarm went off. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh. 3rd generation Iranian American, and she has the most beautiful custom tailored suit ready for the wedding that matches the dress code perfectly. It's navy blue, and she looks nice in it. Here's where the issue starts. My sister has told me Layla can't wear a suit to the wedding. She said the dress code requires women to wear dresses. I asked why, because it feels weird and arbitrary, and she just said it's her wedding, her rules. I tried to explain that Layla isn't comfortable in dresses and hasn't worn one since she was a kid, asking if she could make an exception so Layla would feel comfortable. But my sister just keeps repeating that it's her day and she should be respecting her wishes. I told her it feels unfair, like she was trying to single Layla out, but she said it's not about Layla. It's about the vibe she wants for her wedding. When I asked what she meant by that, she said something about wanting everyone to look cohesive for photos and not wanting to confuse people. I don't really get how Layla wearing a suit would confuse anyone. She always wears a suits and pants. My sister has always been a little weird around Layla. When I first introduced Layla to my family, my sister said, "Oh, I wasn't expecting her to look this mature." Layla does look older than me, but I didn't think it was a big deal. She also made a weird comment about Layla must be doing very well for herself because of how nice her car is. And when I mentioned Layla's family is from Iran,
Yeah.
Iran. My sister said, "Oh, that's interesting," but it made Layla look upset. First, I thought I was reading too much into things, but then my sister started referring to Layla as my friend when talking to her about other people at the wedding. I corrected her every time, and she just laughed and say, "Oh, you know what I mean." And now, with this dress code thing, feels like there's a pattern. I talked to Layla about it, and she said she'd be fine skipping the wedding if it's going to be like this. She doesn't want to cause drama, and honestly, I don't want to go if it means having to fight my sister for the whole time. I told my sister I'm not coming if Layla wasn't welcome as herself, and now she's saying I'm being dramatic and ruining her big day over something silly. My parents are saying I should go and keep peace because it's my sister's wedding and she's only going to get married once. Hopefully. But I feel like I'd betray Layla and myself if I went along with these rules. It feels like she's trying to exclude the woman I love. I'm struggling so hard and I don't understand why she wants to exclude Layla. I feel like I'm let my family down if I don't go. But my sister is excluding the person I love most, and I want Layla to know I don't support my sister for being mean. Am I the asshole for saying I won't go?
No. I mean, it would be one thing if, like, maybe her sister wanted her to, like, cover up some tattoos or something like that. Because I do understand the cohesive, like, photos thing. Don't get me wrong. Because I've had family members that were like that. And it's completely understandable. It is their day. And if, hey, you don't like pink, they want you to wear pink, wear pink. But when it comes to someone's comfortability, that's another thing. And not to mention, it sounds like the sister's just doing this because she's a homophobe. So I'm going to go with completely not the asshole.
Yep. OP, 0 out of 5 buttholes.
Agreed.
Sister, 3 out of 5 buttholes because she's being annoying about it and not very accepting. Layla,
0 out of 10.
0 out of 5.
She said, I'm going to keep the peace. I just won't go.
Layla had no beef, even though everybody else had beef with her. So props to Layla. But, here, I'll read the first comment first. Sorry, OP, but it sounds like your sister is a homophobe, or at least selectively towards more masculine-presenting women. Not the asshole.
Damn straight.
All right. There's the first episode of Jordan, Jules, and Just Reddit. Jules, any final words for the people?
I hope you enjoyed, and we discovered some assholes, some not assholes. Wait, did we decide any assholes? No, everybody sucks.
Yes. Most of it was everybody sucks.
Tune in next time to see if we find any assholes.
Yes. Thank you all so much for joining us on such a special occasion for the first episode of Jordan, Jules, and Just Reddit. I've been Jordan.
I've been Jules, maybe.
And this is Just Reddit. All right. Goodbye, guys.